clouds flow through, gallant youth pursue.
We've been searching for days, Sora!
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud! That's a sandstorm!
Thunder. I hear thunder. It's here! I know it!
I believe in the clouds.
I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds! Wow! Hey! Whoa!
Shifting clouds flow through, gallant youth pursue, bringing rainfall and thunder down. Flower seeds sprout strong, and ancient tree blossoms spreading green.
See? There's our shifting cloud.
Africa. Are you ready? Tournament presented to you by Waylander Gaming and Carnage Network. Welcome to Ground Zero.
little bit disappointed in terms of wave clear ability. There's going to be the dive into the backline and Brave is fighting to come out, but the time journey is into the mix here. There's everything set. There's an opportunity to lock onto the turret. It's a full team wipe. Oh my goodness.
Is charging up. Oh, he does get the Titanic charge. Oh my word. Traction Pulse was the deadline. However, we do see the full barrage coming in from Jiren the Grey. He does pop the flicker. However, he will get taken down. Kikatron 5000 gets picked.
Be careful of. You gotta be patient. Diggy is in there. Diggy. Oh my goodness, there's the engagement area. It's a 2-for-0 exchange in the favor of Olski. They want to carry on. The time journey comes out just to get that little bit of extra shield. The dive is under the turret. And do they get the one? Oh, yes.
Shifting clouds flow through gallant youth pursuit.
We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud. That's a sandstorm.
Thunder. I hear thunder. It's here. I know it.
I believe in the clouds.
I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds! Whoa! Hey! Whoa!
Shifting clouds flow through youth pursuit, bringing rainfall and thunder down. Flower seeds sprout strong, and ancient tree blossoms spreading green.
See? There's our shifting cloud.
Africa. Are you ready? tournament presented to you by Waylander Gaming and Carnage Network. Welcome to Ground Zero.
A little bit disappointed in terms of wave clear ability. There's going to be the dive into the backline and Brave is fighting to come out, but the time journeys into the mix here. There's everything set. There's an opportunity to lock onto the turret. It's a full team wipe. Oh my goodness.
Is charging up. Oh, he does get the Titanic charge. Oh my word. Traction Pulse was deadline. However, we do see the full barrage coming in from Jaren the Grey. He does pop the flicker. However, he will get taken down. Kikatron 5000 gets picked.
Be careful of. You gotta be patient. Diggy is in there. Diggy. Oh my goodness, there's the engagement here. It's a 2-for-0 exchange in the favor of OTK. They want to carry on. The time journey comes out just to give that little bit of extra shield. The dive is under the turret. And do they get the mono? Yes.
Shifting clouds flow through gallant youth.
Yeah. You know how many times that happens to me. I can't even tell you.
It's crazy. So, hello everybody. Let's try this one again. Welcome back to Waylander Gaming. And I've explained this, so let me just quickly jump through this. We have a 3-way tie split for the second spot, and we couldn't work with the times or most skills, etc., or the fastest times because there was 2 teams that had victories by forfeit. So we thought, for viewers' pleasure, you know what, let the teams face off against one another, play each other again, and fight for that second spot in Group A. But yeah, so we are ready to jump into the first match. We are only going to stream one of those matches that are featuring tonight, because as you know, we're at the playoff stages right now.
Yeah. And when we say playoffs, it's the quarterfinals, basically, because we decided to have this as single elimination, so the teams are going to face up against one another. It's do or die, win or lose. You're either going to go through or you're going to go out and get your participation trophy.
Exactly.
We don't do the participation trophies, right? It's all about the win. So a lot of pressure on the teams coming up right now. This is it for them. Over the next couple of days, we're going to find out who is going to be sitting atop of that throne. And as Scarpy did mention, there's a couple of teams right now who ended up in a 3-way tie, a triple threat, shall we say. And we've decided to put them up against one another, kind of like a battle royale, or dogs in a cage.
Yeah,
And
indeed.
let them battle out for that bone.
Yeah, so if all of you were wondering who that is, as you can see behind our cameras on the screen, you can see Immortal Order and Dozen Dimes, sorry. And the other team being OTK. Unfortunately, OTK's matches and the other matches will not be streamed because we will be doing the first quarterfinal match at 8 p.m. So, without further ado, both teams are ready. We are going to jump into the drafting phase. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and let's jump straight into the action. All right. So, just looking at the lobby bands, it's Alice, Arlot, Tigreal, and Hayabusa. Good luck and have fun to both teams, and let's jump in. This is a best of one series, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to jump into the best of three in the quarterfinal matches.
Both teams playing for their place. They want to compete. They want to get further into the competition. As we got to see the bands focusing very heavily on those sustain kind of heroes, as we would expect. Alice, I feel, is that, sitting there at that must pick, must ban stage, and continuing with the team, the theme. It's the team on the left, Jakes from Immortal Order banning out the Fredrin. Fredrin is strong, right? But first ban worthy?
No. Honestly, I don't think the Fredrin would be, in my opinion, a first ban.
It is better to be
I would
feared
look
than
and
loved.
see how the first ban
you
is
cannot
going to
both.
come in from the enemy team, because generally Fredrin is not a first pick hero. You need to get your team set for that Fredrin pick.
Mm-hmm. Unless they're worried about maybe the Fredrin Matilda combo, or they're worried about something a little bit too tanky, or at least with the amount of sustain and control that Fredrin does have. We saw in yesterday's matches how devastating the Appraiser's Wrath is going to be. But looks like Dime Dozens have really done their homework on Immortal Order. They've seen that Immortal Order tend to favor going Angela in the mid, and decided to remove that from the equation very early on.
Yeah, as we do see, Shroomsy does pick up Grok as a first pick, bro. But, funny story in Group A, right? OTK won Immortal Order. Dozen Dimes defeated OTK, and Immortal Order had a victory on Dozen Dimes. So, this could actually be a revenge match for coming in for Dozen Dimes, but let's see how this is going to play out. Root Gamer does pick up the X-Borg, and Soul Crusher goes for the Sicilian. Muffin is currently showing us Saber.
Well, you're going to have something that counters the Sicilian, and Hayabusa was already taken out very early on during the drafting phase. So Sicilian was kind of free to be picked up quite early on without that insane backline dive. Because we know the South African server, you don't get to feature heroes like your Fannies all that much. There's a couple of good Fanny players, but it's not in every squad. Jake's locking onto this Badang. With Fovia still open, let's see if Dime doesn't go for that hard counter.
Nope, Nairobi goes for the Franco pick. Valion with the final ban for the side of Dozen Dimes. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please remember this is only a best of one match. So give us your thoughts, give us your opinions in the chat, and let's get this one rocking off. Straight off the rock.
Franco, Franco can be a bit of a deterrent. Can deal a bit with the pressure coming through from the Grok, in the sense that Grok now will have to be worried about, is the Franco in my jungle? Is the Franco hooking buffs and causing chaos there? And maybe they're using it as a preventative to stop the Grok doing what he does best, which is really set up for those jungle invades. Because right now, the composition that Immortal Order has is high pressure competition, a lot of CC in this lineup so far, so they can use this to their advantage to get that early game snowball by pressuring Dime Dozen's jungle.
Yeah, bro. And look, I'm going to be quite surprised to see. Well, I'm not surprised. I'm wondering if IO is going to go for that hard aggression early on. I mean, we've been mentioning it quite often on the streams right now. We've seen the meta shift for the SA servers, or our Southern Eastern server, finally adapting to that aggression. But Immune picks up the Harith, Muffin going for the Nolan. Harith, let's see what Dozen Dimes is going to pick up. Look, Harith is a good gold laner. It's just I don't like him in the gold lane.
Yeah, he's a high skill hero when you know how to do the unlimited dash combination for him. If you've practiced it enough to understand how you're supposed to use it, he can be very devastating. Can rotate quite quickly because we expect gold laners to now rotate a lot. That meta where gold laners were protected, babysat, and stayed in the lane up until it was their time to shine is long gone. It's been many a year, in fact, since that's been the case. We expect your gold laners to rotate. Harith has the mobility to do so, join in the fights. And the same can be said for Irithel.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to add that as well, bro. I mean, Irithel has got that quick rotation to the side of Dozen Dimes as well. But ladies and gentlemen, the first match is up and running. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Interestingly enough, Nairobi is going for the support emblem on Franco. That is a bit of a glass cannon build. It's either going to work or it's not going to work. We saw that with the Team SA and the IESF. They tried to, against Malaysia, play that support emblem. Franco rushed Winter Crown and a couple of other items that you wouldn't normally expect in a tank. And, well, the moment Malaysia realized that, okay, it's a support emblem Franco, they just hard focused Franco. He couldn't breathe.
Yeah. Well, look, for Franco, normally when I play him, it's more a troll pick for me. I run him with a Revitalize, and a lot of people swears me when I do that. But hey, each to their own, I suppose. It ain't over till the cookie crumbles. But I've personally witnessed it, right? A Franco Grok combo, bro. You would get the Franco hooking the buff, right? And Grok places the wall, so the buff needs to run all the way around. By the time, but we do see the hook coming in from Franco onto Muffin, going to annoy Immortal Order here at the blue buff. But yeah, that resets the hook for the Franco by the time the buff gets back, and then they just wait, and then they hook the buff again. Oh, that's the jungle invade steal coming in from Oshumsi onto the red buff. That does put Martis a little bit behind.
Yeah, he opted not to use that retribution. Personally, I would have went for that. You don't really have to stress about the invade on the blue buff coming through. But they are trying to put a lot of pressure here onto Grok. Just forcing him back, but now you're going to see that opportunity to invade. Muffin waiting patiently. Oh, but nice iron hook here from Franco, dragging the Grok back into the turret. The poke is in there. Are they really going to go for this with the Grok being a bit low? The wall comes through. They're trying to get the setup. Muffin goes into the combo play, but there's so much damage coming out here from the Grok. Oh my goodness, Irithel with the rotation, making sure that the team is safe. This is what we were talking about earlier, Scarpy, with the rotations that can come in from an Irithel. Took a lot of damage. We'll have to probably recall after this. Franco just ensuring that the wave can go through onto their side safely. Waiting with the hook there, but nothing done at this moment in time. I would say honors even. Buff stolen, first blood. It's fairly even between the two teams.
Yeah, indeed so, bro. Irithel and Cecilia nearly getting taken down there. It's just unfortunate that there wasn't enough follow-up onto that situation. It could have gone either way. But yeah, if it went into the favor of Immortal Order, a Dozen Dimes would have been under a lot of pressure. So yeah, like you mentioned, it is even Stevens at this moment. First hurdle of the match is up, and a Dozen Dimes is trying to get this positioning in here. Just keeping an eye out here on the Franco. Oh, yeah, first hurdle of the match does go, and the Iron Hook does miss.
Yeah, it looks like they weren't. Oh, there's the setup. Fracture does come out. Muffin in a bit of danger, though. Has to disappear. But it's a Nolan, right? Unless you're going to land that Iron Hook onto the Nolan, it's hard to lock him down.
Ooh, look at this. The engagement continues onto Franco, and Oshunzi gets the kill onto Franco. Oh, that Litho does get secured by the Martyrs, right? Martyrs has been a little bit balanced. He doesn't lose his scaling late game as much as he did in the previous, but bro, it's going to be difficult. We do see that Platonic Charge coming in and the fractures coming in from Nolan. Soul Crusher has been eliminated. However, the last Insanity gets committed and Muffin gets taken down. We do see the heavy crossbows does get committed from Erythal.
Yeah, nice rotation coming in from the Brute Gamer on the Xbox, managing to keep his team in the mix here, but there's another kill going down into the bot lane as Harith is starting to shine and showing why he's such a strong gold lane.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know I don't like Harith, but yeah, Harith can be annoying, bro. He can be very annoying. So it's at the 4-minute mark. It's 1 kill advantage in favor of Immortal Order with a 1.4k gold lead at this moment of time. Next hurdle of this match is 20 seconds away. Just keeping an eye out here on Showdown and Export, but I don't think anything will come to fruition there. We do see the Sicilian and the Grok is there in the top lane as well. But I'm here.
Yeah, it's just
in
a
sticky situation.
Yeah, if they go for the claw, but I think Immortal Order might make that wraparound play in time to defend. Although they seem to want to put pressure here onto the mid lane just to prevent Sicilian from coming through. Martyrs trying to CC the Grok up. Meanwhile, the wall comes in, the tectonic charge onto everybody. Is a lovely setup here. Martyrs trying to escape, but that retribution keeping him in check. Sicilian will just have to try and defend this bot lane, but as things stand right now, Immortal Order with a bit between their teeth, they've got themselves into a winning position. They need to maintain the pressure, however, and because when it comes down to the early versus late game, the side of Dime Dozens, if they can survive this early game onslaught, they should be able to set up. Oh, what a brilliant first crack coming through from Jakes as he sets up a double kill. This is exactly what Immortal Order needs to do. They just need to pile on pressure after pressure, wave after wave, because if this game goes on too long, the late game carries from Dime Dozens will come online.
Yeah, bro. I mean, this is beautiful plays coming in here from Immortal Order right now. Do you see the rotation going onto the Erythal? Oh, so close. That wall just barely misses the Erythal.
Yeah, using the sprint to get away. Erythal will have to sacrifice this tier turret, but the Iron Hook does come in with the bloody hunt underneath the turret. The Bats Feast there just to secure that kill. As there's Nolan in with the fracture, went in with a full combo. Harold's trying to turn around to get another pickoff in response, but nothing doing. Once more, the Iron Hook dragging Nolan in, but he has to turn around, and the escape gets a bit of poke damage onto the Franco, but still map control firmly in the favor of Immortal Order.
Yeah, so it's 8-2-3, 5 kills advantage, and a 3.6k gold lead. The third and final turtle will be spawning up in the next 25 seconds. Right, dozen dimes, right? They need to, they need to slow the space down coming in from Immortal Order. They don't have any tier 1 turrets left, and I don't think they should honestly go and contest for this turtle. I think they should go and chase the objectives in the opposite.
Yeah. The waves are being pushed in. There's a jungle invade going on. Sicilian is just throwing out those grasps. There's the tectonic charge. The setup. Hatters with the Zaban force into the mix. Martyrs now trying to get a counter engage. There's the last insanity into the backline, but this is going to put Xborg in a lot of danger. He's has to flicker back to safety. There's the first crack coming in from Butag. He sets up another 2. It's a 4-for-0 exchange. And that is not what you wanted if you were the side of Time Doesn't, but it's exactly what you'd have been praying for if you were Immortal Order.
Yeah, I would have honestly left that last turtle to turn into the Lord. Just capitalize on that extra pressure because, bro, at this moment, a dozen dimes, they don't have the opportunity to contest in a team fight. Because this crowd control, and I'm going to give it to Shoomsy, his Titanic Charge is quite on point.
Agreed. Grok setting up quite nicely for the team, showing why Grok is a meta roam. It's one of the must-pick, must-ban heroes at this stage in the game. Continuous pressure into the jungle for Dozens, as once more buffs are being taken away. They're trying to look for farm. Bushes are being a lot more dangerous right now. There's the first crack coming in. Only manages to catch the Xbox. Bat's Feast comes out as a bit of a counter engage, but that's some big skills removed from the equation. Dime doesn't have to retreat in such a situation. Maybe sacrifice the tier 2 turrets. It's for them, it's not the end of the world if you do so. They've got late game scalers. They just need to be able to prioritize farm.
Yeah, they indeed need to do so, bro. Yeah, look, this match can go anyway. If they can get the matches slowed down from the side of Double B. But yeah, bro, at this moment, Immortal Order is they've got the pressure. Ideally, what you want. It's almost a 10k gold lead. We do see the Sky Piercers getting stacked on the Nolan, and well. That Thunderbolt is not where you want it just yet, but as soon as Badang is going to get that Thunderbolt a little bit higher, he's going to be in.
Yes. That's true. He's going to be able to sustain through quite a lot, play a little bit more in the front line. As it heads towards this defensive part of the game for Dime Dozen, they're going to have to need the Badang to have a bit of sustain as the setup comes in from Grok. Immortal Order, they've got the composition to end this with this Lord. They've already got one of the Holy Shields down in the mid lane. They could potentially get another Holy Shield taken out of the equation. Personally, I would have tried to do that with this bot lane wave. Just to try and get another Holy Shield, and gives you the opportunity to really end. Because right now, Lord is going to battle down the mid lane. The bot lane wave is not exactly synced up. Top lane should be able to crash in with the mid lane, but the focus is going to be here on the mid lane. Dime Dozen setting up the defensive structure, shall we say, or defensive positionings right now. Lord crashing in. Immortal Order just waiting for that right angle to get the setup once more.
Yeah, not really much coming from this first Lord. It's only that tier 2 turret and some damage on this tier 3 turret. Yeah, but the wave management onto the bot lane was just a little out of sync. But however, let's see how this is going to play out. I mean, they are still there. They're trying to go for this tier 3 turret.
Yeah. See, the thing is, with the Sicilian, one of the strengths of Sicilian is the range of his abilities. You need to be able to dive onto him, and it's difficult to do when the turret is there. It requires you to have your lanes synced up properly, because if you don't, then, as you could see, you take a Lord, you get a tier 2 turret, and this is going to give the opportunity for Dime Dozens just to come back a little bit into the game. But so far, the strategy from Immortal Order is on point. They've got their lanes frozen. They're trying to force Dime Dozens out of the base. They don't want to give them any bit of farm, because it's still another 70-odd seconds, or just below 70 seconds, before the Lord's going to be up again.
Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, well, we do see that Immortal Order is waiting at the red buff. Export does go and poke in, but the red buff should go in favor of Immortal Order. The wall does get converted and nearly trapping the down between his wall and the Grok's wall. The double wall. It's a shoe hoof. There was a hoof.
Yeah, I nooped there. Nice map awareness, managing to get a lane pushed in. And Iridel is one of those heroes you'd want to get the farm onto, but the gold lead's been quite massive in the favor of Immortal Order at this moment in time. So now they're going to have to try to get the pressure going on the correct lanes in the correct way, just to create that space. I don't think Dime Dozens will want to come out to contest for this Lord, but you might as well be safe than sorry. Discipline is always the name of the game.
Yeah, especially with the lanes pretty much at the base. I would have just farmed up, bro, and yeah, you've got 2 low tier 1 turrets. Honestly, I would go for the 4-1 split, defend the base, and chase it.
Yeah. Because you've got the defensive capabilities if you decide if Dime doesn't. Right now, Iridel making a little bit of a dangerous play in here, but with the vision being shown here on the top lane, she knows she has that opportunity. That's all she was really waiting for, is just show me the vision, show me where everybody is. Let me get there's a nice slow push happening here. Nolan trying to deal with that slow push, but at least it'll be a bit of pressure alleviated for the time being. We will see a couple, maybe all the tier 3 turrets falling. Immortal Order wave sync this time around is much better, so they could get all 3 to crash in at the same time. They just needed Harith to deal with that. Yeah, he's making his movement across at that moment in time. Right now, the Franco is not going to be the best of tanks for a situation like this. There's the waves moving in all together. The tectonic charge did come in. The fracture is as a follow-up as they blow up 2 very, very quickly. And one of those is the Sicilian, who you didn't really want to be the one to die. The base is locked on, and that's going to be game, set, match.
Yeah, Immortal Order taking first victory for them, bro. This puts them in a good light because, as you know, Immortal Order's kryptonite is OTK. But ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to feature the rest of this tiebreaker matches. We are going to jump into the quarterfinals. And first matchup, we've got Equinox up against Absolute Province in a best of 3 series.
Yeah, so this is going to be the team number 1 from Group A up against team 2 from Group D. To see who's going to go through. It's a best of 3, as Scrappy mentioned. It's all to play for at this stage. That match will be kicking off in the next few minutes, so don't you go anywhere. It's quarterfinals time, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're excited, because I certainly am. I've been looking forward to these knockout stages, this knockout round, for a long time.
Yeah, and I've been waiting for the best of 3 series, bro, because we know a best of 1, sometimes it's maybe a fluke, but yeah, bro, I can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get that pause screen up and running for you, and we will be back in just a moment.
Only soul-wrenching pain.
Got some pain in their life, you can see it in their eyes. They're changing at night underneath the dark skies, forced to become something darker inside. You can feel the switch, feel the shift in the tide. They keep desiring something that's more inspiring. Their brains rewiring, old thoughts they start aspiring. They're never tiring, no, now they feel the fight in them. They feel the fire sweep, take over entirely. They feel it growing, it's showing the feelings. They keep overflowing, always stoking the fire. Adrenaline is overloading, hit the mat like a fighter. They never let up, never throwing, giving to their desires. No, they keep working on their focus. They feel the temperature rise, now there is no place to hide. You better dig deep inside and find anything, everything that you could ever need. Every breath that you breathe, dedicated to believe. Streets that they called home, not for the weak, left out in the cold. Watched all the sheep do what they're told, swore they would feast one day on their bones. On to the streets that they called home, not for the weak, left out in the cold. Watched all the sheep do what they're told, swore they would feast one day on their bones. They took the form of a beast. 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 They're all gone now, so you better watch out. Reborn now, took a new form now. Straight beast underneath what you see. They gon' eat anything, everything.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are back. It's the first quarterfinals matchup. It is Absolute Province up against Equinox, and it seems like Absolute Province is going to have the first pick.
Yeah, so coin tosses, or well, toss, singular. It's the first one. There'll be multiple over the course of the evening, not in this particular match.
Yeah.
But it has been done.
Yeah, as you guys can see, the bans were Yuzong, Xborg, Ruby, and Alice. We're starting off quite early. I have to say, this is I appreciate this. I appreciate this. Good luck and have fun to both teams. And let's start.
Well, it's what you'd expect when you head into this stage of the competition. It's also what you see in life as well. Generally, people, or in this case, teams with discipline, go further in life because discipline is such an important quality to have.
Yeah, bro, and it's your favorite player here, Royal Chicken, into the mix. Bob the Builder with the first ban for the side of Absolute Province.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very, very tough match for like both teams. I mean, we've got such strong lineups. We've even got some players who were on the same team for quite a while, like Blank and Akado. Yeah, so what I was saying was there's a lot of players who should know each other, like Blank and Akado. They've been on the same squad for a while. They know each other. They've been playing together for a long time. This is anybody's game. I can't really say who I think is going to win this matchup. It's two very strong teams. They started off by removing those heavy sustain heroes, and then suddenly you're just looking at straight jungle bans. YSS, Suyu, Lance, Amon. What are you really going to be picking up here? I think Joy is still open. Yeah.
Welcome to Grok's castle, tiny friend.
I didn't cure the pain. I harness it.
Muscle of iron, bones of steel.
Personally, no. However, I can see the benefits of it because it's a pick that forces you to consider what you're going to be picking. You don't want to let that Valentina pick up those tasty ultimates and go in and cause havoc. Also, like, leave the ultimate bit aside, right? Valentina's early game presence. She's got a lot of mobility, she's got a lot of damage, and if she can get her combo off properly, she's gonna have that taunt, which is a CC effect. So she can prove to be useful in the early game, especially when, as we know, right? Right now, this early game matchup, the early game battle between the mid lane duos, or you could say trio, including the junglers, is where it's at this moment in time. High pressure situations right now in the mid lane.
This land is our homeland, and it will soon be our burial ground.
So Akado has locked onto that. Lapu has been seeing quite a lot of airtime in the tournament so far. Is one of those XP laners that it's not the easiest to lane against. If you can remove the CC from the equation,
I am the sovereign of the abyss.
he's gonna have, and like the Yuzong as well, he's gonna have a nicer time up against most XP laners. Good to get that pick quite early. Ligma with the Gato pick. I am loving Gato in the roam position with the Revitalize. I feel it's a must-pick or ban hero at this moment.
Chivalry is dead, and
Your
I will
team is
revive.
Yes, Sean, your mic's not coming through on this side at all.
Victory is in sight,
Your
soldier.
team is
I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I can hear you loud. So it may seem like I'm talking to myself, which does happen from time to time. I don't know if you're one of those people like me who occasionally has a conversation with themselves. And Scarpy's laughing here, but you can't hear it, and I can hear it.
Experience
I think maybe Scarpy just wants to join one of those voices in my head. He wants to be part of the crowd.
I hear voices calling. But yeah, this should be up now. Just chat, just quickly check, just repeat. There is a bit of a delay from what we're doing and what you're seeing, so I will see the message right next. But Don Dom, danger against the Moskov, bro. It's one of those gold lane matchups.
Yeah, I expect them on.
Alpha is online.
All right, let's. Hopefully that sound quality is a little bit better. Even though the headsets that I've been using, Mad surprised me. I came off work the one day. She was at a function. And, yeah, I got a new headset because I was so jealous about her new headset. And it's a better quality headset than what I'm currently using now. But apparently the mic to YouTube for streaming purposes, the old headset works better. Strange.
The settings are done right, but you can always play around and check and test. However, into the game we go. The drafts here are quite strong. Very, very strong. Even Alpha is not a typical jungle pick that you get to see, right? But into such a tanky lineup, could do well. It's all going to come down to timing. A lot of pressure is going to be placed on Ocado and Ligma's shoulders for the side of Equinox. They've got to get their sets on point so that Alpha can have the follow-up that he needs. Alpha's only true weakness is the fact that he can't disengage once he engages in a fight.
Oh, wait, can I just quickly ask you to just take over for a second? That sounds like I'm excited that...
All right, no problem. So there's the wave control going the way of Equinox. You'd expect that with the Valentina. They're going to have that early game pressure in the mid lane. Lunox, however, opting to clear the wave. Personally, when I'm up against heroes that are going to beat me in the early game in the mid lane, I like to usually freeze the wave. Like you freeze the wave when after they make their rotation to the side lane and they come back. It's going to prove to be difficult for them to get that lane equilibrium right once again, or even the farm, the wall coming out from Gruk, just setting up a bit of damage here onto Shugio. But they've got Lunox strapped in here. She's taking a lot of damage. Gruk trying to block off. Lunox throws out that a bit of sustain using that light scale of hers just to survive through all of that. This is why I always maintain, right? If you're going to lose the first wave, just freeze the second. Or just freeze the last few minions from the first. Get that wave equilibrium on your side, and then it's going to help a lot. But Basha using that early game pressure to his advantage, almost setting up for a kill. Al is in a lot of trouble at this moment in time, but the Revitalize coming through from Ligma, keeping him in the mix for the most part, just providing a bit of safety. So a lot of pressure being placed from Absolute Province right now, and they need to. They've got this early game composition. You got to take advantage of it. Valentina stealing the Tectonic Charge. I want to see how this is going to look with the stolen Tectonic Charge in the turtle fight, which we're setting up for at this moment in time. Donna Daum has the level 4 on Lunox, and this gets a little bit scary if you're the side of Equinox, because we know that Lunox is going to start to dish out the damage. The question is, who's going to be hitting that level 4 timing first between the Gatto and the Gruk? I think it will be Gatto. He's almost set. He's got that level 4. There's the bravest fight into the mix. Avatar of Guardian with a follow-up. Equinox, they're melting through. The Spirit of Alpha comes in. There's the Tectonic Charge now coming through from the Gruk. He just didn't have that available, as Lunox does pick up a kill in the back line, but it's a 3-for-1 exchange, and the turtle going the way of Equinox. Having that early game level 4 from the Gatto was a game-changing moment for them. They set up so nicely with that.
So, bro, I was actually listening to my voice now on YouTube. It's actually the room that's empty, and I put in HD audio sounds, and it sounds a bit different because my voice is coming through a lot clearer than what it used to. So it would obviously sound like it did for me. But anyway.
She's just hinting there, Scarpy. She's like, buy more stuff, fill the room up.
I need to get those wall cushions But in any case, Equinox currently having a 2-kill advantage in favor of this matchup, bro. It's at that 4-minute mark. Equinox having slight gold lead. Oh, AOG does land onto 3. The taunt continues onto Bucks here, but Lunox gets taken down, and a Titanic charge coming in from the builder. That does force the Gadget to pop that Revitalize to get that extra heal onto the Alpha.
Yeah, what a setup that was by the Valentina, actually. Shirtio, with the stolen brilliance, managed to just bait everybody to pressurize underneath the turret, and then the Avatar of Guardian coming through on point. Equinox right now, just turning the screws a little bit. They've gotten a decent gold lead for this early stage in the game, and their composition got nice scaling to it as well.
Yeah, bro, that agreed. The second turtle of this match is going to spawn up in the next 10 seconds. We do see Equinox going for this full top lane gank onto the Granger. You know, one thing that I don't see that often anymore is your gold laner and your XP laner swapping lanes with the turtle.
Yeah, generally most teams rock 2 fighters now, so we expect them to rotate regardless of which lane they're in. But even when you are playing with marksmen, you expect them to rotate. There's the stolen tectonic charge into the mix. Avatar of Guardian is there with a setup as the penalty zone into the backline, trying to block everybody off. But Lapu throwing out the bravest fighter. Flickers come through. There's Granger. He manages to get a pick off in return, but that's going to be a 1-4. Oh my goodness. It was a 1-4-2 exchange, but make it 1-4-3. Shirkio just escaping the damage from the Lunox.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. This Valentina is a nuisance with this Titanic charge, bro. Valentina hard focusing onto the right ultimates. This is beautiful. That's typically what you want to see from a Valentina player. I take my words back. The Valentina first pick was a good pick.
It worked nicely into this lineup. They're timing their engagements very nicely, Equinox.
Equinox securing the second tier 1 turret in favor of them, right? It's 3-7. And also nearly having a 4k gold lead. It is a 3.3k gold lead at this moment. Equinox sitting very healthy at this moment, but luckily it's a best of 3.
Yes. There's a pickup here onto the Basha. He's gonna get blown up. The penalty zone coming in from Charisma. He's trying to sustain through all of this. Gruk throws a wall, just trying to force everybody back. This time Avatar of Guardian not on point. Oh, but it's gonna be Miaro in the backline with that Moskov just securing the kill. Pressure being placed as Equinox are taking full advantage of the map control they have to deny as much farm as possible as they can from the side of
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Absolute Province.
Yeah, bro. You can definitely see why Equinox was the number 1 team in their group stages. This is they're putting the right pressure at the right times, bro. The wave management is quite on point, and the third and final turtle has spawned up.
Yeah. The only time you could say things might change in the favor of Absolute Province is once we head towards this particular stage in the game. Absolute Province, in terms of strategy, may need to start moving as a 5-man unit. Maybe a 4-1 split, but you don't really have any lane pushes on your side. Basha could be one that has the mobility to do so. It's not like you're going to let the Granger go by his lonesome to clear a lane.
No, you're not, bro. And Titanic charge coming in from Valentina. It's as the AOG lands onto Lunox. But the return Titanic charge is into the mix. The Spear of Alpha has been committed, and Bob the Builder gets slain. And Blank 123 gets the kill onto the Garagacha. And it's a double kill coming in from Blank. And like I mentioned, you want the Granger to get fed. It's a 3-for-2 exchange.
Yeah. That setup, though, from Valentina was so on point. I mean, everything is in favor of the side of Equinox at this moment in time. But as you got to see, the tectonic charge with the penalty zone is not something to sneer at. It did set up the kill, and if the backline of the side of Absolute Province was in position a little bit quicker, they could have gotten a bit more out of that team fight.
Yeah, and ideally what you want from this Moskov is exactly what he's doing. Going for that split push, getting that pressure on the other lanes, pulling the focus to a different lane and going for the exact same rotation but just in the opposite direction.
It's one of the things that makes Moscow at this stage of the game one of the hardest to deal with. There's a Bravest Fighter into the mix as they try to engage onto the Granger, turns around, repositions. There's the Avatar of Guardian underneath the turret. The Revitalize is still present. Flicker penalty zone manages to catch onto 2, but there's that Revitalize just keeping everybody alive. And so a lot of skills being committed just before the Lord, but Equinox will be happy with that. I mean, they're in position to contest for this Lord without too much of trouble. It's the side of Absolute Province that need their skills available.
Yeah, and as you can see, right, Valentina has got that Titanic charge in her arsenal. So you can expect that initiation coming in from Valentina.
Yeah. Frontlining once more with Rigmor here on the Gatto. They're just scouting out, zoning away. Absolute Province here sticking as a 5-man, but when you're sticking as a 5-man into this lineup, you can't be sitting one on top of the other. It just takes one tectonic charge, one stolen tectonic charge into an Avatar of Guardian, and it's GG's.
Yeah, bro, it is. Goes to Akadu, not doing bad with this Lapu Lapu. Let's see. I mean, look at this Valentina, right? And we've mentioned it. With that being the first initiator with the Tectonic Charge, you get the Gato Gadget to follow up with the AOG. And once that is set, bro, you get the Lapu Lapu that jumps in. And that's what's been bringing Equinox that extra pressure from their end. And it all starts at this Valentina. It seems like I'm blazing this Valentina right now. But yeah, bro, I can't help for this beautiful sets that she's been putting, or he that's been putting in. Look at that. Titanic Charge, Avatar of Guardian lands onto 2. The Lord is onto the tier 3 turret. And as Equinox into the base, and Valentina gets taken down. Alpha returns the kill onto Lunox, but Ranger gets another kill. It's a 2-for-1 exchange.
Yeah, this is the danger of the composition coming through your Spear of Alpha being used just to try and potentially get somebody in response. Moskov now trying to get a double going. Oh my goodness, he's got the setup. It would Lapu into the mix. It was a bit of overextension there. It's going to be only Blank left alive to try to defend. Lunox will be into the mix. That was a bit of overextension. Not thinking about what Moskov can do. Oh my goodness. It's Granger who gets the shutdown, but the amount of damage coming through from Moscow. Lunox didn't even have a chance to commit the Brilliance form.
Blank is chasing this Lapu, bro. But yeah, Lapu, Lapu. Ranger is getting exactly what he needs, bro. He's getting his items. He's got 50 stacks on that Sky Piercer. Equinox needs to focus on to Blank right now.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem for Absolute Province. If Blank is removed from the equation, they are in hot water. He's 6-0-1 on a team that has 17 kills, like 17 deaths. So I mean, that's a stellar performance from the marksman. He's gonna need a bit more protection. Though I don't know. Are they going to try and contest for this Lord? It's going to be very difficult.
You do see he's checking the bushes. However, the Titanic Charge gets committed from Bob the Builder defensively to escape the clutches there from Equinox. Look, bro, this game can definitely swing if Absolute Province plays it right.
It can. Just very difficult. Especially with Moskov already hitting level 15. He's almost complete with his items. It's just one item away. He's going to go for that Sea Halberd pick as the last one. Or maybe just sell the boots afterwards if the game goes longer than this. But if Equinox can get the setup that they had the last time around, the only thing that caused a bit of problem was they went in a little bit too deep with that tectonic charge with a flicker play coming through from the Valentina. It was a little bit too deep, and so they separated their front and back line, and that's where things changed. But when Absolute Province just overstepped the boundaries there and tried to get the chase on, not catering for this massive sustain that comes through from the Moskov. That's what caused the problem. So you've got all the waves being synced up. This is the moment in time for the setup. They target the right person. There's the follow-up. However, the penalty zone manages to catch on to everybody. But you've got a Moskov here. This is what he shines at doing. It's a full team wipe. And it is Equinox drawing first blood in this best of 3.
Victory!
GG's to Equinox there. It was a dominant performance coming in from them, but MVP going to Gosu Akadu and a blank 1-2-3 picking up the MVP with the Granger.
Yeah, so former teammates are now playing against one another, both picking up MVPs. Let's see what happens in this next match. It's a best of 3, so unlike previous games that we featured in the group stages, which were just all best of 1s for the points, this one now you're going to have the opportunity to strategize and come back within the game itself.
Yeah, agreed, bro. Agreed. And look, obviously now you have Absolute Province that felt Equinox there in that first round. They can change their strategies. But let's see how it's going to play out. Bro, anything can still happen. Will we go into that sudden death round if Absolute Province picks up a W here? Or will Equinox take this in a clean sweep fashion?
It all comes down to this next game. Maybe Absolute Province would be favoring the second picks, because the one thing you could say, the positive of being able to pick second, is that you can see what strategy your enemy is going to be using, and then from there you can formulate a plan. And counter drafting is one of the strongest tools available in any MOBA for that matter, because it allows you to disrupt the strategy of your opponent. But my personal choice is always to go with the first pick. I believe that you can leave certain things open, like a lot of the meta picks, and then you can't ban them all out.
No, you can't, bro. Cameras is back on screen. Yeah, look, it's ideally, I think if you have the first pick, you need to go for something, well, except for something meta, like a jungle meta. But go for something that is like a CC that you could potentially play in the gold lane, or a Ruby, so that your opponents don't really know what you are cooking with that first picks.
Yeah, flex picking is such an awesome strategy. It puts doubt in the mind of your opponents. Like, what are they thinking? Is this going here? Is this going there? And any little bit of doubt can help you win the draft. And winning the draft is step number 1 to winning the game.
That is indeed so. Bro, did you buy a new mic? Perhaps? Because the mic arm is quite new.
Yeah, the mic arms. It's the same mic. I just put it on a stand.
And it looks like the same mic that we've got. We should actually implement the mic as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Indeed so. But ladies and gentlemen, we are into the next match is bans. So just looking at it, right? It's Yuzong X-Borg being banned out from the side of Absolute Province, and just waiting. Oh, Alice and Ruby. So exact same bans coming in here from the teams. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's jump into the next match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like I always say, in life, it's either you move forward or you're moving backwards. There's no really staying still. So whatever you're doing, it comes down to it's a philosophy you can apply even within the game itself. It's like you're either as a team going to be moving forward or you're moving backwards, because the game, the meta, the strategies waits for nobody. You have to roll with the punches and the times. You and I were having this conversation earlier while and we're saying this out loud on stream because we want to get our Where Wins Meet group larger and more players into the mix, since it's now a mobile game as well. So we're hoping you come to join us. But while we were having a bit of a match there on Where Wins Meet, Scorpio and I, we were talking about the same thing. We were talking about how many teams were fantastic in certain metas, and then the moment the meta shift, the team dropped off here in South Africa. Because the meta suited their style of play, and the moment the meta changed, then they were out because they couldn't roll with the punches. They couldn't adapt to new styles, which is why, like, I'll say this about of all the squads, Saint Dynasty has been sitting on the top for such a long time because them with their teamwork, their leadership, and the way they strategize. This has been one of the teams that's the most consistent. We've seen every other team come and go, but Saints has been there for quite a long time. I think they're the longest team, you could say, that's been sitting on the top of the ladder.
To be feared than loved.
Yeah, right.
If you cannot.
Look, I became a fanboy of Saint Dynasty in 2024 with the Insane Cup. But yeah, bro, and the thing is, right, what keeps the community so fresh and refreshing for me is the fact that you get new teams that comes in, you get some gems that gets ironed out, and those joins other teams. But I would honestly, one thing of this community that I would honestly like to see is teams to stick it out a little bit longer. Not to just give up when the tournament doesn't go in their favor. They need to go back to the drawing boards, work on the Euro pools, and work on micro and macro plays. That's ideally what you need. So the key focus point here and the perspective point here is don't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. Always work and be the best at what you can potentially be. But looking at the drafts, it is Gattagatcha, Baza, and Phoveus for the side of Equinox. Absolute Province going for the Lapu Lapu Zushin, and please don't go for the Dairoth. Please, no Dairoth.
Well, Dairoth. You know, there was a time when I first started playing this game.
To protect lives.
This is back when, you know, you just downloaded the game, you're playing, it's like, what, Epic Rank. I used to spam Dairoth there, because on Epic Rank it was just devastating, because no one knew how to deal with and counter his damage output.
Yeah, well, look, Dairoth comes a long way, bro, but at this moment of time, I don't know. Dairoth, look, he's still a decent hero, but he's not, late game, he's so far off, bro. He's so far off.
Yeah, he's what you call a tank melter. It's his second skill that makes him so strong. Which is surprising that he's not been picked up more, especially with the sustain composition, the tanky composition that's in the mix right now. The problem really comes down to the fact that once he engages, like Alpha, he can't disengage. He has no escapability. And that means now you're forced to not play him in like a jungle role. You're forced to play him on either the side lanes, either gold or XP. And he's not going to have the nicest time laning up against some of these meta XP and gold laners right now.
Yeah, no, agreed, bro. Look, a pick that goes decent with the Dairoth is a Matilda, 100%, especially with that disengagement. I mean, he can use the Matilda airwaves and disengage, but yeah, bro, it's yeah. Anyway, let's not focus on a dark system hero. Al picks up the Sylvana, and Omiyari goes for that Moskov once again. Pan65 is showing us Clint. Question is, would you pick up a Clint against the Moskov?
Chivalry is dead, and I will revive it.
Once it hits level 4, Clint will have a very strong laning phase against, even at level 1 to a certain degree. But Moskov has the ability to disengage from a lot of the damage that Clint throws out with his first skill. It's once Clint gets to level 4, he's going to have the ability to outrange the Moskov significantly because of his passive. I mean, in the early phase, Moskov outranges the Clint because of his passive. But overall, when it comes to utility in the 5-man scene, Moskov is one of those heroes, like as you saw, once it gets that mid to late game and he gets the space to split push, what are you going to do to stop him?
Bro, there's not really much that you can do, bro. It's very difficult, bro. Yeah, look, I don't like facing off against the Moskov. It's, yeah, I think there's that one item where you get that extra shield, Honeybee's passive. My word.
The rose gold meteor.
If you, but the skill itself Oh my word, I'm at a loss for words.
Aegis.
Aegis, yeah. If you pop the Aegis and you've got a rose gold, you're golden against the Moskov late game, but you need to be ensured that you can out damage him.
Yeah, he's got very high sustain. Most of the time, you're gonna go for that sustain build, or the Holy Trinity, which gives him that extreme sustain. So simply because you're in the meta where it's sustained, so the Holy Trinity would be the better option instead of the crit. Crit was very nice on the Moskov when it was the assassin meta.
Agreed. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at how this match is going to play out. Right, we are past the first minute mark. The gold is fairly even. We do see the rotation coming in here from Absolute Province onto the gold lane. They are going to try and shut down or keep an eye on this Moskov right now. This Zusha, bro, this Zushin is definitely going to be an annoyance, especially combining with this high loss.
Yeah. It's a very, very brutal combination. Xifas are just repositioning very quickly. The rotations, however, from both these teams are a bit on the old school. Oh, nice stun coming through from the Moskov. Clint has the second skill, but used the first skill a little bit early on. He could have turned that around, but nice first blood coming through with the camp from out there. But there's the counter to engage here. Thomas trying to chase down the Moskov. He does get the Moskov, but he's going to get caught out here by the Sylvana. He's not going to have that dash to reposition and disengage Hylos, just giving Pan the ability to escape. So it's 2-1 in the favor of Equinox at this moment. Yeah, with a slight goal lead as well.
Yeah, first turtle of this match has spawned up. It is, 600 gold lead in favor of Equinox. So let's see. Bro, yeah, this is Sylvana, right? I don't like playing against the Sylvana as well. As soon as she gets the jump on, however, we do see the bravest fights and lands onto Sylvana, and that does take the Sylvana down, and Roger secures the first turtle of the match for Absolute Province. We do see the glorious pathway is into the mix, however, Faza does get a kill onto Hylos, and we will see Absolute Province disengaging this team fight. So it's a roam exchange for Turtle.
Yeah. Nice setup play coming through from Blank as he zoned the Phoveus away, giving his team the space to just engage and get the Sylvana out of the equation. Because just as you were saying that, right, Sylvana's problem again, is like the alpha pick we were talking about earlier. It's just no ability to disengage. Once you're in, you're going to have to sustain through all of the damage output. And if you get stunned up, it can be a bit of a problem.
It's typical heroes that don't like hard CC, and I know especially Sylvana, she dislikes the hard CC, especially when she jumps in and she gets that hard crowd control onto her. Makes it difficult. However, we do see the engagement onto Clint. We do see the taunt coming in from Gatagacha, and Moskov secures the kill onto Pan 65.
Yeah, he didn't have the flicker available. It was still like another 10 seconds or so for the flicker to be up and running. So I didn't have the ability to escape. I was wondering why he didn't flicker early. And then I looked down and I saw, okay. Nice timing here from Equinox. They realized no flicker available. You can go in with all the skills.
Yeah, we do see AOG lands onto Zushin and onto the Hylos. Blank will get taken down by Omiyari. By this Moskov, and Hylos is in a lot of danger. The Feather Dash strike is into the mix and does secure the kill on Bob the Builder. Can we fix it?
Yeah. So it comes down to macros. I was looking at the macro from both these teams in the early part of the game. It was very reminiscent of the old macros where you rotate towards the side lanes. And when you do that, as you can see, it creates so much space for the enemy to do what they need to do. And they can actually set up with ganks and cause a lot of problems because the real battle is here on the mid lane. If you don't control that mid lane, you're not going to be able to rotate quick enough.
Agreed. And especially coming in with... Oh, wait, hold on. Did you see the glorious pathway gets committed? Sylvana is into the mix. Will Roger get taken down? Yes, Omiyari secures another kill, and Phoveus gets the kill onto Roger. That's a 2-for-1 exchange. But yeah, bro, with the full team coming for that rotation into a side lane, right? You don't want that. And as you mentioned it popped into mind because you've got the XP laner that also comes for this rotation. and it gives you that extra advantage onto the mid lane. And if your team is not there to protect your mid lane, and if you don't have the advantage on the mid lane, you're going to fall into a deficit.
Yeah. I mean, look at this, right? They've already got themselves set up. It's a huge mid lane battle. They know they've got the advantage. You can sacrifice the top lane for the mid lane. They had the opportunity to try to take it down. I mean, right now, you've also got the numbers moving across here towards the top lane as well. So, as you can see, it's huge. Like, you control the mid lane. You can even take it down if you have the opportunity to do so. You get the pickoffs, and then it just forces everybody across the map.
The engagement onto Phobius coming in here from Zushin and the Lapu. Will they be able to secure the kill onto Phobius? Phobius is staying through everything. Oh, the Spear of Destiny just misses the mark.
Yeah, but once again, the control from Equinox is very much on point. Agado into the mix here, going ham with that Phobius as he gets a good couple of knockups, secures the kill. This is going to create the right space that they need to take down this mid lane turret. It's Ligma into the back line, just trying to zone away with the Gato. Roger wants to try to get into position just to contest this, but the feathered airstrike zoning everybody away. There's the Avatar of Guardian into the back line, but the Roger, Lycan pounce. It's going to be the Revitalize coming through, the team trying to reposition just to try and help Ligma out. The stun's coming in here. Sylvana throws that spear out there, just spinning it around and forcing everybody back. Although Ligma was taken down in this exchange, they can actually lock onto this turret. If Moskov decides he wants to go in, he is trying to lock on. He needs to. There we go. And that, once again, it's going to be the setup from Sylvana, setting up a double kill. But there's Lapu dancing around with the bravest fighter form. There's just too much ability to reposition from that Moskov.
Bro, this Umiyari, we need to give him credit on this Moskov. This is really decent.
Yeah. It's turning out into a must-ban hero if you're going to be facing Equinox. Because there's a lot of people, they like these, a particular hero, they do very well on this. I'm not saying that the marksman here is just only a Moskov main, right? That is definitely not true. But when you see somebody with a performance like this, you're gonna have to respect it. I mean, respect bans are there for a reason.
Yeah, bro, and ideally, I mean, look, this is, I wouldn't say that any of the teams got out-drafted, but this is a situation where the one team has the better draft when it comes to keeping control and keeping the pressure.
Yeah. I mean, Fasa is just having the nicest of time, though. Lapo is just trying to force her to disengage. They're trying to clear the space. Who's going to get the retribution? Sylvana does secure that. And there's the counter engage right now. It's Grosso just forcing everybody back. It's 2-0, and the Lord Equinox have put themselves in the driving seat right now. They have the opportunity to end the game.
Is this the time where I get to say it, bro? The wheels on the bus go round and round as Phobius takes down Bob the Boulder. And we do see the displacement coming in from Blank 128 onto Gosu Akadu over that feathered airstrike, backing a hefty punch.
Yeah. He almost managed to take down another, but being pulled back underneath the turret was just the end of him. Vengeance couldn't even save him. The holy shields are up. If you're the side of Absolute Province, right, you just think to yourself, okay, we have the holy shields. We want to try and keep them as long as possible. We want to try and save them for the second waves. As you can see, the Lord being taken out, not allowed to pop the holy shield. So tier 2 turret is still standing. Lapo just trying to, just a second too late. So that's one holy shield down. The second waves are not really going to be able to get open or crack open the base.
No. Unfortunately not. But I mean, look, bro, if Equinox can play this right, they can finish it with the next Lord. You see the Avatar of Guardian lands onto one, the taunt is onto Clint, and Barza picks up a double kill as Moskov secures the tier 2 turret. And yeah, that's a 2-0 exchange. But the Getagacha are setting up everything for Equinox. And this mage coming in here from Equinox, bro, beautiful positioning coming from the Force.
Yeah. But my eyes was on Gato in both matches. This Gato, I mean, very much on point with the Avatar Guardians. Hardly ever misses. There's the setup one more into the feathered airstrike. The layering of skills here from the side of Equinox are absolutely on point. They've already cracked the base open. They didn't even need to wait for this next Lord. Moskov doing what he does best and just melts the turrets down. But they're going in for a bit more here. They want to continue with this fight. Glorious Pathway does come up from the Hylos. They're trying to reposition Avatar Guardian once again, but only manages to catch the Hylos. They don't have the waves, however, and it's Ligma that's going to be taken down.
All three tier 3 turrets has been taken down, bro. This puts Equinox in a very good position. Very good position. We do see everyone retreating, falling back now, and they will have the advantage at the next objective in 20 seconds.
Yeah. It's difficult for the side of Absolute Province to defend this. Simply because they don't have heroes with massive wave clear. You've got Clint, yes. But usually you need your mage to be able to do this. And Farsa into a Zushin, she's just outranging that Zushin. And the setup, if you go back and if anybody decides to rewind, just watch the layering that's been coming through from Equinox. They've got a setup, they know who their trigger is. It's either Kadu going in with the Phofius or it's Ligma on the Gato. Whoever the trigger is, the moment they get that setup that they want, Farsa ultis immediately. As you can see, there you go, Avatar of Guardian, there's the follow-up. Farsa just saw that Avatar of Guardian coming in, but this time around they didn't manage to catch anybody, actually only just the Hylos. So Absolute Province live to fight
another second.
Yeah, another second.
But yeah, bro, it is beautiful. I mean, just reading the play, you know that trigger point is going to come up, and you know Farsa's going to have a feathered edge strike in the next moment. However, the Lord is into the base. We do see the feathered edge strike coming in. Sylvana secures the kill onto Clint. That's a double kill for Sylvana, and Phobius secures the kill onto Hylos, and this is game, set, match. Equinox going through to the semi-finals, knocking out Absolute Province. Oh my word, what a performance coming in here from Equinox.
Yeah, very strong performance from them, laying down a marker for the rest of the team in the competition, showing them we're not here to mess around, we're here to take it all. They're going into the series, and we're going to find out who their opponents are coming up next in the next game.
Yeah, indeed so. So next matchup, ladies and gentlemen, we've got, I'll give it to you now in a second. It's MCF up against
Rutilant Suns.
Rutilant Suns. So yeah, we've got another cracker of a match up next, guys. We've got a cracker of a match. So let me quickly get that pause screen up and running for you, and we'll be back with you in just a minute.
In my name alone.
Got some pain in their life, you can see it in their eyes. They're changing at night underneath the dark skies, forced to become something darker inside. You can feel the switch, feel the shift in the tide. They keep desiring something that's more inspiring. Their brains rewiring, old thoughts they start expiring. They're never tiring, no, now they feel the fight in them. They feel the fire sweep, take over entirely. They feel it growing, it's showing the feelings. They keep overflowing, always stoking the fire. Adrenaline is overloading, hit the mat like a fighter. They never let up, never throwing, giving to their desires. No, they keep working on their focus. They feel the temperature rise, now there is no place to hide. You better dig deep inside and find anything, everything that you could ever need. Every breath that you breathe, dedicated to believe. Streets that they called home, not for the weak, left out in the cold. Watched all the sheep do what they're told. Swore they would feast one day on their bones. Going to the streets that they called home. Not for the weak, left out in the cold. Watched all the sheep do what they're told. Swore they would feast one day on their bones. They took the form of a beast. 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 They're all gone now, so you better watch out. Reborn now, took a new form now. Straight beast underneath what you see. They gon' eat anything, everything, make them bleed, cut them deep. A villain origin story, tangled with glory. Now it's looking stormy. Off in the distance, hear the roaring, thunder pouring. There ain't no ignoring. Shifting clouds flow through, gallant youth pursue.
We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud! That's a sandstorm!
Thunder. I hear thunder. It's here! I know it!
I believe in the clouds.
I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds! Wow! Hey! Whoa!
See? There's our shifting cloud.
Africa. Are you ready? Tournament presented to you by Waylander Gaming and Carnage Network. Welcome to Ground Zero.
A little bit disappointed in terms of wave clear ability. There's going to be their dive into the backline and Brave is fighting to come out, but the time journeys into the mix here. There's everything set. There's an opportunity to lock onto the turret. It's a full team wipe. Oh my goodness.
Is charging up. Oh, he does get the Titanic charge. Oh my word. Traction Pulse was deadline. However, we do see the full barrage coming in from Jiren the Grey. He does pop the flicker. However, he will get taken down. Kikatron 5000 gets picked.
Be careful of. You gotta be patient. Diggy is in there. Diggy. Oh my goodness, there's the engagement here. It's a 2-for-0 exchange in the favor of Olski. They want to carry on. The time journey comes out just to give that little bit of extra shield. The dive is under the turret. And do they get the one? Oh, yes.
Shifting clouds flow through gallant youth pursue.
We've been searching for days, Sora!
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud! That's a sandstorm!
Thunder! I hear thunder! It's here! I know it! I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds! Wow! Hey! Whoa!
Africa. Are you ready? Tournament presented to you by Waylander Gaming and Carnage Network. Welcome to Ground Zero.
A little bit disappointed in terms of wave clear ability. There's going to be their dive into the backline and Brivers fight to come out, but the time journeys into the mix here. There's everything set. There's an opportunity to lock onto the turret. It's a full team wipe. Oh my goodness.
Is charging up. Oh, he does get the Titanic charge. Oh my word. Traction Pulse was deadline. However, we do see the full barrage coming in from Jiren the Grey. He does pop the flicker. However, he will get taken down. Kikatron 5000 gets picked.
Be careful of. Gotta be patient. Diggy is in there. Diggy. Oh my goodness, there's the engagement here. It's a 2-for-0 exchange in the favor of Holski. They want to carry on. The time journey comes out just to get that little bit of extra shield. The dive is under the turret. And do they get them? No, yes.
Shifting clouds flow through gallant youth pursuit.
We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud! That's a sandstorm!
Thunder! I hear thunder! It's here! I know it! I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds! Wow! Hey! Whoa!
Shifting clouds flow through, down through the pursuit, bringing rainfall and thunder down. Flower seeds sprout strong, and ancient trickles spreading free.
See? There's our shifting cloud.
Africa. Are you ready? Tournament presented to you by Waylander Gaming and Carnage Network. Welcome to Ground Zero.
A little bit disappointed in terms of wave clear ability. There's going to be their dive into the backline and Brivers fight to come out, but the time journeys into the mix here. There's everything set. There's an opportunity to lock onto the turret. It's a full team wipe. Oh my goodness.
Is charging up. Oh, he does get the Titanic charge. Oh my word. Traction Pulse was deadline. However, we do see the full barrage coming in from Jiren the Grey. He does pop the flicker. However, he will get taken down. Kikotron 5000 gets picked.
Be careful of. Gotta be patient. Diggy is in there. Diggy. Oh my goodness, there's the engagement here. It's a 2-for-0 exchange in the favor of Holski. They want to carry on. The time journey comes out just to get that little bit of extra shield. The dive is under the turret. And do they get the mono? Yes.
Shifting clouds flow through, gallant youth pursue.
We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud! That's a sandstorm!
Thunder! I hear thunder! It's here! I know it!
in the sleeping desert.
I believe in the clouds.
I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds! Whoa! Hey! Whoa!
Shipping clouds roll through, telling you to pursue, bringing rainfall and thunder down. Flowers feed, sprouts fall, and ancient tree blossoms spreading green.
See? There's our shifting cloud.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. That was quite a lengthy pause, but yeah, we are back. We were just waiting for the teams to set up. I know that there was some sort of confusion there, but just to set everyone at ease is generally we like to start the games earlier, but if we have a set time for a match, if your team can make it earlier, great. If your team can't, it's fine. We've got a set time, we've got a set schedule. And that is how we're going to aim at. No one will get penalized for not being able to play earlier. But nonetheless, without further ado, we've got MCF up against Rutilant Suns, bro. Two very strong teams.
Yeah. Just to add to that, professionalism is the name of the game. When you're looking at this in the pro scenes, right, you don't usually move things a bit earlier. We just ask because this is not a pro tournament. This was a fun stream, so we said, hey, if you're available, it would be nice to continue the action. But when you're not, right, we also must follow the rules that have been laid out. It's not just rules for the players and the community, it's rules for us ourselves as well. So when we have a time set, we got to stick to what it is. It just so happens that the teams were a couple of minutes earlier available, so that's nice. We can get the show on the road, we can get the action started, and I'll say this much to Sean knows me, right? I don't like to wait. I love the action to just continue one but after the next. Keep it intense, keep it hyped, keep it high all the time. But into the game we go now, at least the drafting phase.
Yeah, and into the lobby bands we go. It is Baxio, Uranus, Alucard, and Garu Gacha. So good luck and have fun to both teams. We are ready to go and have the team cook one another potentially. But yeah, bro, what's your expectation coming into this match, especially Rutilant Suns being a very strong team. Just falling short against Saint Dynasty in the group stages, and MCF topping their group stages by pretty much dominating that entire group. So let's see, bro. What is your expectation? Let me ask this.
So MCF were one of the top teams. They were the best team in Mauritius for a very long time. At the start of the whole Mlbb scene here in the Southern African bloc, they were, I'd say, in the top 3 best teams. And for a long time, they were number 1. But they've been away for a long time. This is their first tournament back in, I can't even tell you how long. So you could see the players still have to adapt to the current meta. And when it comes to adapting to current meta, the Rutilant Suns are on point. They have been very, very, very dominant across the Origins tournament, leading into Iron Gauntlet as well. I think they've only lost one map won the entire time from Origins to now. That was just the game against Saint Dynasty. So, if I have to pick a team, I would be favoring Rutilant Suns in this matchup.
Ah, bro, be careful, Jazz. Jasmine is going to say non-biased opinion, Waylander. But yeah, Lancelot and Glue being the first bans in the drafting phase for both teams. But yeah, bro, just to add to that sentiment, Rutilant Suns, they've been doing very well in the 5-man scene, especially in the tournaments. And like you said, just falling short to Saint Dynasty. First time on stream. So, look, we don't know what happens in the 5-man ranks and in the custom scrims. But yeah, Faza being the next ban from the side of Rutilant Suns.
You know, one day, Scarpy is saying, we don't know. Scarpy's lying. We do know. We get a lot of screenshots about what happens in the ranked matches and in the scrims. One day we'll make a collage of it and put it up. What do you think?
Oh, bro, that's going to be a lot of screenshots. We can actually, what we can do is, right, just for like a troll intro, we can like have everyone's match results spamming there for 1 second, a screen result, a match result, and then let's see if the people actually do take the time and effort to pause the intro to watch the results. But I'm Brawny for Rutilant Suns picking up Grok first pick.
It's a must pick hero. It's available. You cannot leave it. If you time it right, that wall can freeze all 3 lanes and disrupt lane equilibrium. First wave coming through. The setup now when like that wall has the ability to make a backline a front line.
Mm-hmm.
If you can position it just right. It is so good. And there's so many heroes that combine into that wall coming through from Grok. And that's leave alone the tectonic charge.
Yeah, bro. And Grok, he does do a lot of damage himself as well. Pops showing Hayabusa. Imagination does pick up CC and Pops does go for the Hayabusa. So we will see a proper assassin in the jungle lane for the side of Rutilant Suns.
Yeah, and speaking about combos, Grok CC is a good combo. Yeah, if you think about what CC does, it's the curtain call. When she lands the curtain call, what you need to do is obviously try to get it off you, and having that wall in place is not going to be making it the easiest for you to actually escape that curtain call. It keeps them close together. It forces you to stay closer together, and then that wall just sort of locks you in. It's almost like the lid on a coffin.
Got him lined up in my
it is going to be a lid in the coffin. And Yoru picking up the Camilla with the Sicilian, that's a beautiful combination from those two.
Yeah. Though, personally, I like I feel there are better mages that work with Camilla than Sicilian. Everyone likes to do that because it's part of the lore and obviously the extra ability you get where either of them can escape. A little bit of an escape factor. There are better mages that combine with the Camilla, but it's the Xborg Camilla combination that you really have to worry about. It's the Cursed Blood into the Last Insanity. It's true damage that will be spread throughout the link.
Yeah, that link is going to be devastating. But Lance picking up Yu Zong for the side desperately needs.
Yu Zong is another hero that can combine with the Cursed Blood. Difficult to lane against as well. Though right now we don't know if it's CC Gold or CC XP. We'll have to wait to see as the final few picks are coming through. Super Poopy with that Faramus, or just hovering around there. That ultimate right is a bit of a game changer.
Let my
yeah, that Netherrealm granting you that extra sustainability for your team. Look, Faramus is still a heavy underrated hero, bro. And look, Faramus actually being a very good pick here. Going to grant that Netherrealm on the back line, especially if you've got that Yu Zong and the export that jumps onto your back line, why not grant them a second life?
Yeah, the trigger I think is going to be the Cursed Blood. The Netherrealm is one of the counters to Cursed Blood. because Cursed Blood is there obviously to dish out damage to everybody. Netherrealm, as you stated quite correctly, gives you a second life, and it has quite a long like time frame. Like it lasts for quite a bit of time, so you can, in that space of time, disengage. The only negative you could say of using Netherrealm to try to deal with the Cursed Blood is that Netherrealm wants you to stick together, whereas Cursed Blood needs you to separate to escape it.
Yeah, I agree. So look at that, bro. Grok freezing all 3 lanes. All 3, not just one, all 3 of them.
Yeah. So for any Grok players out there, you just need to take a look at that, right? It's not so much where to. Okay, it is where you throw the wall, right? But it's also the time. The time that you throw the wall is actually at the 10-second mark. If anybody wants to know how to do it.
Yeah. If you want to YouTube it, just YouTube it right here on the Waylander Gaming channel. We'll put that segment on. That is a clippable moment. Thank you, Junior. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So mid lane battles once more. Grok doing what he does best. Euro just sacrificing the control of the mid lane, knowing that Sicilian's not going to have a hard time up against the Pharaohs, just to provide that bit of protection for the Xborg. Xborg is one of those heroes that requires level 4 to truly and fully come online. You can see that Rutilant Sons, they're trying to disrupt Tyrant's farm as much as they possibly can.
Yeah, agreed, bro. We do see the Sanguine claws onto Super Poopy. Super Poopy, Mage, Pharaohs, let's go.
Pharaohs, nice control here. They're going to be waiting for an opportunity to get that pickoff, or at least a bit of poke damage. This third wave is so vital to have in your favor. Like when you've got that third wave control, you can actually do what we just saw happen to Euro here. You can get a bit of poke damage, and it's going to be difficult now for them to contest for this turtle, especially considering that your Roma is down to half health.
Yeah, agreed, bro. Yuzong into the CC, not an ideal XP lane pick. However, we do see the Xborg rotating and that shadow kill coming in from the Hayabusa. First blood onto Yuzong.
Yeah, pops nicely timed. Without Yuzong here, it's near impossible to go for the contest. There's that curtain call that we were talking about. Oh, we see the follow-up. Lost Insanity comes through. The wall is into the mix. Pharaohs dragging everybody back. Should be able to take down Camilla. Can they take down Chex? Oh, he avoids most of the damage, but the double comes through. And it's going to be at least 4 for
4 for 1.
One exchange.
Yeah, that turret coming in clutch. Taking down Imagination. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, can you imagine that? Rutilant Sons starting off very much like they have in most of the games that we've seen them so far. There's the pull back here from Super Poppy, pulling back 2 people as the Hayabusa throws out the quad shadow. Doesn't want to commit the shadow kill just yet, knowing that there's an opportunity to lock him down. If the moment he comes out of it, Camilla can land that stun, he could be trapped in no man's land.
Oh, bro, now that I'm looking at this Pharaohs Grok combination could actually be a very deadly combination. Especially the way Rutilant Sons are playing with it, right? Pharaohs being the initiation, Grok placing the ball after that. Now, the only thing that you need there is the Titanic Charge, bro. That's going to be a deadly combination.
Yes. Grok once more into the front line. He's going to have to use the Tectonic Charge defensively to escape the attentions of everybody. Shanks throwing out the Bats Feast. It looks like they want to play a bit more aggressively to MCF, hoping to try to get something done. There's the last Insanity as they're chasing down a Granger underneath the turret, but he flickers to safety. The turret damage comes through. There's Pharaohs with the pullback. The knockup from Grok. The Shadow Kill is out. Cursed Blood into the mix as well. But there we see the Netherrealm come out, just keeping everybody alive, giving that second life as the chase is on. They pull back the wall into the mix. CC diving underneath the turret. Hayabusa dancing around with the quad shadows as they secure yet another kill. Pressure now being able to be placed all across the map.
Yeah, just before the 5-minute mark. It's 6 kills advantage in favor of Rutilant Sons, as well as a 3k gold lead.
The 3k at this stage of the game is quite significant. Yuzong trying to get something done here, and but the amount of poke damage coming up from the CC is just too much. He puts the Black Dragon form, trying to get those stacks built up. His passive does proc it at just the right time. However, Xborg is going to be eliminated very early on. Yuzong is strapped into the backline as he's going to be, oh my goodness, his passive come out just the right time, keeping him alive. But the Shadow Kill says no. It's going to be Pop securing that kill for Rutilant Sons. So a 2-for-1 exchange overall. They do have the turtle as well, so they've got that shield going in for a bit of a counter invade, or some counter jungling happening here. Are they going to go for the red buff? Does he have retribution? Yeah, it does. It's just a couple of seconds. The dive is in here. He's dancing around with the quad shadows, uses the retribution, but it was, I think, a second too early there. Tyrant still keeping his buff.
Yeah, a second too early. So wait, news just came in. We've got the results of the 3-way tie, and we've got the winners of those matches. Do you want to know who that is and who's going to be facing off against Renab Jitsu?
Yeah. Go ahead, make the announcement.
It's Immortal Order that finally defeated their Kryptonite team, OTK, and Immortal Order will be facing off against Renab Jitsu tomorrow night at 9:15.
Well, that's going to be an interesting match. Two teams, they've played quite a bit against one another. They should know each other fairly well. It'll prove to be an interesting tie. But speaking about interesting, there's this jungle invade continuing. Grok with the lockdown there, just sealing him in one direction and smashing him. The Xborg in the other. There's CC into the backline, throws the curtain call. Pharamus, you see that full 3-man pullback. Oh my goodness. That was like watching Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, but with multiple chains. Like, get over here.
Get over here. And that's a mega kill coming in from Miku on this Granger. This Granger is getting proper fed. However, Yuzong gets a return kill onto the Grok. And Grok falling down for the first time.
Yeah. Well, Grok has been setting up quite a bit for his team, Brawny, being a real muscle, the real muscle in the front line. As Rutilant Sons, 14-3 in terms of kill count, a 6k gold lead in their favor, and they've opened up the map with the mid lane. The Granger Miku here, he could be in a lot of hot water. Used the dash already, has the flicker, nicely timed Last Insanity. So that's the thing that happens. If you stick around a little bit too much when you don't have vision, you're gonna get set up. But there's Grok Brawny back into the mix once more, just to get a set up. The Cursed Blood is on to 3, but there's the Netherrealm still available. They're holding on to it here, as they know they've got the damage output. Tectonic Charge with a setup. Is it going to be another? It is going to be a 4-for-1 exchange overall.
Ooh, this Pharamus, bro, is super poopy. Super disgusting on this Pharamus.
Turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, that's one of the best Pharamuses I've seen.
Oh, bro, I wonder how many teams are going to be picking up the Pharamus now, because this Pharamus does grant you, well, like you can see, a very nice combo with this Grok. But yeah, let's see.
Well, we're going to be heading into the last few games coming through, so, we will find out how teams are going to adapt, especially with the banning phases. I'm going to be quite interested to see what respect bans will be coming through, what combos are going to be implemented.
Yeah, indeed, bro. However, we do see Xborg gets locked out of his base. Will we see that pull coming in from Pharamus? CC is onto the Xborg. No curtain call has been committed yet, and a higher booster with a shadow kill, taking down the Xborg, and does use the quad shadows to escape into the Netherrealm. Oh, GG's, well played from the Pharamus there.
Yeah, just keeping him alive. Just making sure. I don't think the turret damage was following him through there. That's what I was talking about with the Camilla. If she can time that second skill of hers, the moment Hayabusa goes into the shadow kill, like the moment he comes out of it, you get the opportunity to stun, which is exactly what happened, and it almost resulted in his death. But quick fingers coming through from Pops, keeping him alive. And well, Faramus, just to make sure, certainty that he was alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 10 seconds before the 10-minute mark, and Rutilant Sons, they've got that 10k gold lead. The first Lord of this match will be storming in. You do see CC, she is going to try and get that wave synced up, not allowing that slow push, so we will have 3 lanes barging in at the same time. Knocking on MercilessFreaks' base.
Yeah, and this being said, right, you've got all the waves, as you said, synced up. There's the Cursed Blood, Faramus. The moment the Cursed Blood came in, they used that Nether Realm to counter that. The Shadow Kill goes in here. There was no Holy Shields available, so this does create the space that Rutilant Sons needs to try to crack the base open, but Xbox just securing that bot lane turret. But there's once more, it's going to be Hayabusa into the backline, seizing any opportunity to get into that backline. We're going to have at least 2 of the tier 3 turrets removed from the equation. The numbers advantage is in there. There's the curtain call onto 2. Faramus with a pullback. The double kill going his way. Immortality still available on Untitled here on the Xbox, but that's going to get taken down by Granger. They have the opportunity to try to get the lock on. Last Insanity comes on, just being used to clear the wave. He's going to have to try to get back to safety. Oh my goodness, legendary for the Faramus in the back line, and that's going to be first blood the way of Rutilant Sons.
Faramus recall spamming, bro. The Sagment claws pulling him out of the Nexus is a danger wave. But yeah, GG's well played. Rutilant Sons taking this in, well, a dominant fashion in this first match. Super Poopy picking up that MVP with the Faramus 9-0 and 12, and no MVP for the side of MercilessFreaks. So into the second round we go.
Very strong showing from the team so far. From Equinox and Rutilant Sons, but it's not over yet. There's still a second game, potentially a third game to go. Let's see how MCF are going to change things up in terms of their draft, in terms of the way they're going to strategize to deal with the early game pressure that Rutilant Sons loves to put onto teams.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Let's see if we're going to be seeing that respect bans coming in from the side of both teams, potentially. I would say more so from the side of MercilessFreaks.
Yeah. I think it's best to get rid of the Grok. I know Faramus was just on point in that game, but I would say Grok would be the hero that you try to get rid of. You don't want to leave Grok open for anybody at this moment in time. I'm quite surprised that Grok was being left open so much. It was only second game earlier on where the Grok was banned out.
And pretty much the teams having the first pick generally picks up the Grok first pick. But yeah, let's see. Potentially the Grok will be banned out in the second match. I would like to see the Grok getting removed from the side of MCF. But yeah, we know that at Rutilant Sons, they've got more in their arsenal when it comes to roamers.
They do. I mean, Rutilant Sons, you can't really ban them out. There were certain teams that we've seen or featured across the many tournaments that we've done. Did you realize how many live streams we've done?
Bro, over 600, we're going on 700.
Yeah. So it's been quite a few tournaments, and this is in what? The space of just about a year and a half, almost a year and a half.
Yeah, agreed. Just looking at the lobby bans before we continue that sentiment, it's Garagacha, Arlord, Baxia, and Uranus. So good luck and have fun to both teams. And yeah, good luck. Yeah, so just to add to that, right? With us reaching that 700 live streams mark, the stats is currently only showing that 52% of our viewers are not subscribed to our channel.
Yeah, well, it's the way it is. What can we do about it? We can hope people press the subscribe button, but you can't force anybody to do it. We're not in a dictatorship. Though sometimes I think it would be nice if we were. However, as we expected, Grok the first ban.
And we dictated the Grok being the first. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But yeah, look, ladies and gentlemen, to subscribe to our channel, it is for free. We will be sharing the Valentine. Oh my word! Our first tournament for 2026, which will be a Valentine's event. We will be handing out free skins and all of those things and lacquer goodies. So ensure that you are subscribed to our channel, and we will send you through the rules and how you can enter and all those thingies. We will start marketing the tournament in January of 2026. We'll have a nice advert, all of those things, and all the prizes as soon as we receive the new skins. So, without further ado, looking at the rest of the bands, it is Kimmy, Faza, Lancelot, and Grok. MCF with the first pick. Ideally, MCF, they should pick up the CC, bro. I don't know. There we go. There you go. There you go. If you want your lotto numbers, one or two of those numbers, DM me in WhatsApp, and I could give you a prediction of a number. I can't give you all 7, I can give you 1.
Yeah, it's a beautiful flex pick, the CC, because right now you would expect it to be gold. You know you have the opportunity to play it on the XP lane. It's a lovely flex pick. Whoa, we see the Nana. Nana is a hero, right? That personally I do like to see in certain compositions. We got to see in the IESF how devastating that Nana can be. But they swapped it out. They swapped it out for 2 more meta picks.
Bro, let's not rub any salt in the winds with regards to Nanas.
Yeah, you see the thing with Nana is this, right? She's got decent wave clear. She's got an ultimate that does damage and CC. She's got it's her second skill, however, that's so broken. If you're gonna be picking a team fight composition, and team fight compositions generally expect you to be closer together, that second skill of hers, that Molina doll, is just so deadly when people are bunched up.
Will finish off what was left undone.
Rutilant Sun speaking up Minnow. What a combination with the YSS. Bro, can I ask you a question?
Your team is banning.
What is it with people picking up a Yuzong against the CC? CC is a hard counter to Yuzong.
Yeah. That's true. It is a hard counter to use. Though, I think it was Virus, the former XP laner for Mavericks, who went. Their team went for the IESF matches the year before this 2024. He was telling me that they were talking to some of the pro players there, and they were saying this about the XP lane. It's like they don't really care too much if what the matchup is like. You have to understand skills. And timing, and know how to play even against a counter. So maybe imaginations here saying, okay, granted you're going to pick my counter, but I understand positioning, like how I'm supposed to position up against a CC. Because if you understand that, then it doesn't really matter who you're up against in the XP lane. And that was the advice that pro players were saying.
Well, Yoru showing us Guinevere.
No one can resist
Liquid Boxy picking up Granger once more.
I will be the star above her
Your
darkness.
team is picking.
I'm not sure who's going where here. I think maybe it's going to be a Guinevere roam. It's been a long time since I've seen something like that, but it looks like it's going to be a Gwen roam.
Well, it was not too long ago where it was the fighter meta for Rome. The likes of your Charles, the Guinevere's, etc. So let's see. Bro, I'm predicting the Guinevere is going to go Rome. CC obviously XP lane, and Granger gold lane. Look, yeah. Anyway, well, that's it. That concludes the draft. Question is, will Rutilant Sons be able to take this in a clean sweep fashion, like the viewers are suggesting, or will MCF MercilessFreaks take us into that sudden death round?
Well, we'll usually try to hope for a third game, but we'll have to see how things go. It's a very interesting draft from MCF. I don't know how the combos are going to work here. I'm just looking at the live chat, and Cake3397 makes a very interesting point about the Yuzong pick. Like, the Yuzong is there to make sure that YSS is going to be safe, and that they can use CC on the gold, which means Yuzong and the XP will be fairly okay. But right now it is going to be a Yuzong up against a CC matchup.
Yeah, indeed. So, so let's go. Both teams going for the same side rotation. Back to that old ways, potential early game ganks onto the gold lane.
Potential early game ganks onto the gold lane. But Chang'e in the gold lane, she can outrange a lot of people. There's the control in here coming through as Tyrant manages to get the taunt onto Suvobi, but he's turning around with the damage. There's the control in there. Can they get him first down? Oh my goodness, first blood going the way of MCF. This is what I've been saying for the longest time. This battle on the mid lane is the most important battle.
Yeah, first blood going on to the mid lane. Lunox Super Poopy just being unfortunate. MCF didn't like Super Poopy in the previous match, and Super Poopy going for mage role once more. That's time for MCF to get their revenge, because they didn't catch Super Poopy in the previous round. It's that recall spam.
Yeah. So Boxy trying to keep the lane zoned in. YSS pops the first phase of the Mountain Shocker. So have vision onto everybody. Is he going to go in onto Euro? Decides against it. We'll be committing that second phase now just to get a bit of poke damage. We'll be stunned up, but Minnow is close by with the heals just to make sure the team is healthy enough to contest for this first neutral objective. But it looks like MCF don't really want to go for this contest, because Fred tried to seize the opportunity to get a gank. Once more, they're placing the pressure here onto Lunox, who has to escape. Fred with the taunts, he is frontlining. His team is not close by, he has to dash back. Lost quite a bit of health, and didn't have that all those crystal stacks in there to land the Appraiser's Wrath just yet.
No, not just yet, bro. And, it's quite fitting. You made the statement last night. And it's quite fitting for the theme that we're in. He's a sponge, and who grows absorbent and yellow as he. SpongeBob SquarePants. However, we do see the taunt up onto Fredrin as Yuzong secures a double kill. And what a snipe. What a snipe coming in from Xavier there. What a divine light.
Yeah. That was nice from Shanks. It's one of those skills, right, that it never gets old. Every time you watch somebody just escape with a sliver of HP, and then the Dawning Light comes in, but there's going to be the Virus Requiem. The Brilliance form comes out from Lunox just to escape. She turns it over with the Dark Ultimate. Euro in a lot of danger. Lunox goes in, gets the kill. They chase down Xavier as well, who is forced back to use the Flicker. Throw out the Dawning Light. Oh, with the Mountain Shocker. No safety to recall. Not with that Mountain Shocker available.
Yeah, kudos for Pops reading that play, realizing that the Xavier didn't fall all the way back to recall. But it's just before the 4-minute mark. Rutilant Suns have the 2-kill advantage as well as a 2k gold lead. Let's look at this engagement at the tier 1 turret in the bot lane.
Yeah, the Minoan Fury is still available, though committing at this stage of the game could be a bit of a problem. Nice spot out here by CC onto Yuzong. She's trying to dish out the damage, but Yuzong, he built the passive up so nicely. They're going in. They managed to secure a kill onto the CC. There's the setup. Minoan Fury as the follow-up. It's Shaggy with that meteor shower as they take down a 4.
What's happening?
Oh, they're having it's like a New Year's fireworks show with all the call lights.
Oh, bro, it's what you said is so much better. I wanted to say, they're having an epileptic attack, but that's probably not appropriate. But Yeah, I don't know how I missed this, but Changi gold lane, bro. That's just crazy. That's just
Yeah, can work. Yuzong once more to the front line, but taking a lot of damage from Boxy. There's the Lunox into the backline, throws out the brilliant form, trying to bait everybody out. Dark Ultimate into the mix. Yuzong with the Mountain Shocker gets the setup, but the Dawning Light turns around and gets the shutdown onto Pops. However, as things stands right now, oh my goodness, the Violet Requiem makes that a double. And in the same time, right, first turret of the game is going to go the way of MCF.
Yeah, CC in the top lane. Imagination. Recall spamming one too many times, and Guinevere was like, get over here. You are going to get taken down.
Yeah. You know, some people say that recall spamming is toxic. Me personally, I'm okay with it. Maybe not excessively recall spamming, because then you're going to get turned into a Malaysian TikTok meme. But you know, it's part of the game. So like, it's part of gamesmanship.
Well, look, I'm one of those poor souls that after the third or fourth time I get recall spammed, I get tilted.
yeah, that's the purpose of it. It's gamesmanship, right? You know, it's just like, oh, nice combination play coming through, but CC turns around, pops the vengeance. Can she survive through this? No, it's a killing spree here from Lunox as they melt down yet another mid lane being pressured, or at least top lane being pressured in response. Meanwhile, Changi being chased in. There's the Dawning Light set up as Liquid Boxy gets yet another kill. Oh, nice dash back from Yuzong. But the mid lane turret has been taken down. They get the control. There's a Praise's Rep. Oh, but Yuzong gets a Black Dragon form off just at the right time. But the chase is on Mountain Shocker into the backline. It's a double kill for YSS. Oh my goodness.
What a brilliant form.
Yeah, with the super brilliant form there.
Oh, bro, that was clutch.
Yeah, that was some, what you call that?
Timing.
The Goku. No, the Goku, Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct, yeah. Instant transmission!
yeah. More like instant transmission. We're obviously not teleporting anywhere very far.
Agreed. Well, a few meters, but nonetheless, you know. Swing. However, that is at the 7.5 minute mark, and a 7 kills advantage in favor of Rutilant Sons. Seems like, oh, the Mountain Shockers onto Guinevere and Fredrin. It's a mega kill coming in from the Lunox and, Rutilant Sons. So YSS triple kill. Will he be going for that Savage? No, sir, he will not. He will play it patient. Liquid Boxy knows he doesn't want to be the maniac, sorry.
Yeah. Well, Holy Shield has been taken down here in the mid lane. Dawning Light into the mix once more. The Death Sonatas can be brought through, but Brawny just positioning to make sure that the Death Sonatas do not land. Brilliant form coming out from the Lunox just to make sure that nobody can land another Dawning Light just to end their life.
Bro, this recall spams are hurting my ears. I needed to shut down the volume a little bit. Anyway.
Yeah.
Guys, kudos. Nonetheless, this match is a little bit one-sided.
Well, Rutilant Sons, they had this very strong draft. You see, the thing with Guinevere in the roam position is she's a pick-off roam. It worked very nicely when we were in the assassin jungle meta. Because you know your target is there, it's the jungler, they're very squishy. But right now with this heavy frontline sustain combos, you've got XP laners and roamers and gold laners, all with this. It's difficult, and you can see the damage output right now from YSS is so fed.
So fed, yeah. So first Lord of the match is up, bro. It's looking at all these turrets being down. I thought we'd been here for an extra minute or two. But yeah, first Lord of the match only spawned up now. 9.5 minute mark, 11 kills advantage, and almost a 10k goal lead. It's 8k in the favor of Rutilant Sons.
8k. That's very, very, very strong gold lead, or very high gold lead at this stage of the game. The Holy Shields still only on the top lane turret. Look at this from Yuzon. He's just going in passive proc. The Violet Requiem here in response, but he survives through all of that. The Praiser's Wrath comes in as well, but he's just like not dying. CC saying, I'm done with this. I've got to take down another. Throughout the curtain call, but Bronny manages to walk it off. Throws out a heal.
That's a 1-for-1 exchange.
Hasn't built the Flask of Oasis yet. But I don't think there may be time. They've got the opportunity to end right now.
Yeah, this is the enable position. Look at this Lunox onto the Granger. Unstoppable kill coming in from Super Poopy. And Fredrin getting taunted up at the Praises Wrath on Simbano. And oh my word, there comes the Dawning Light, but it's a godlike kill coming in from YSS. The Lord is still up. We've got the Dawning Star Press coming in from Changi, doing a lot of damage onto the Xavier and onto the Guinevere. This is the end.
Yeah. As Guinevere just makes it back into the base. Super Poopy in a lot of danger. It's going to be the Dawning Light that secures the kill, but the Lord just hammering down on the base turret, and it's going to be clean sweep fashion. Rutilant Suns moving through to the next round.
Yeah, and they will be going to face off against Equinox for the semi-finals.
Yeah.
That's
good to be.
Monday night.
That's going to be a very exciting match. Two very strong teams up against one another. But well played to MCF, topping their group, getting into the knockout stages. It's no mean feat. There's 24 teams, and if you make it down to the final 8, it's actually quite an achievement.
Yeah, it is. So don't feel too bad about it. GG's well played to the teams that unfortunately got knocked out tonight. But viewers, thank you for tuning in. This was fun. Tomorrow night, we've got another set of rounds. Let me just quickly get the playoff schedule. We've got Saint Dynasty up against Noxacu, and we've got Renab Jitsu up against Immortal Order. So we've got a stacked lineup tomorrow night for you as well. And the winners of tomorrow night will go and face off against one another. Will it be Saint Dynasty up against Renab Jitsu? Will it be Noxacu up against Immortal Order? Will it be Saint Dynasty up against Immortal Order, or Noxacu against Renab Jitsu? There's many combinations that can play out. But nonetheless, thank you all for joining us. This is Wayne. Any final words before we knock off?
Just to reiterate your comments, so thank you all for tuning in to watch. It's a pleasure, as usual, to cast for everybody. We hope to see you on tomorrow night's stream. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.
Yeah, and if any of you want to come and play a fun game, it is on mobile version as well. Download Where Winds Meet and come and join us for fun gaming sessions afterwards. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, on that bombshell, thank you for joining us. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And have a wonderful